We are so happy you're here because today's conversation has the potential to shift something deep within you. If you've ever wondered if angels walk among us, you're not alone. And after meeting Seeking Center guide Rachel Corpus, you might just start to believe it. Rachel is a gifted spirit communicator and medium who has the rare ability to connect with angels because she is one. Rachel has a way of making the unseen world feel like it's sitting right beside you, comforting, loving, and guiding you with exactly the messages your soul's longing to hear. Today, she's back offering live intuitive readings and angel messages. Every message carries meaning, even if it's not directed to you specifically. So listen with your heart open. There is so much magic ahead. Let's step in it together. Hi, Rachel.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
We are
Happy
so,
day.
yeah. I thought for those who haven't met you before, this is your second time being live within our community. I thought it might be helpful to get just a little bit of background on who you are and what you do.
I was born with abilities like a lot of us were. And then when I was 4 years old, I had my first near-death experience. And I went to the other side, and a bunch of angels from the Seraphim realm took me home to the Seraphim level of the angelic realm. And they said, "Little one, you're from here." And I had these two voices going on, and one was my little 4-year-old voice, and one was this grown up, this voice, this scratchy lady voice. And I hadn't heard it before, but it was my voice. And they introduced me to that voice and they said, "This is your consciousness. This is you." And they introduced me back to this voice. And by the way, that's why I remember that near death experience, because I had my consciousness with me. And they said, "This is where you're from. And we want to show you all about the Seraphim realm." And they showed me where my workspace. They showed me what the angelic realm was all about. And they said, "You have a choice. You can stay here and complete your mission, or you can go back to Earth. You have two homes. Your Earth home is your temporary home. You have incarnated for the Seraphim realm, for God, Source, many other times. And this is just one of many." And they outlined what the mission was. The mission really, it's big and also quite simple. And it's to help everyone remember that they are not separate from each other. We're not separate from each other. We're all one beautiful being of love. And we've come here to remember that we are experiencing the same idea. We're love, but we're in different costumes. And that we get to pull this world back together into one big, beautiful timeline, which we've been calling the 5D. And so as we pull that together, we can either do it from the other side, because we're all still living on the other side across the veil. We've had these cool buzzwords for it. And they said, "Hey, you can do that from over here, or you can go back to Earth to do it. You get to choose." But I actually didn't choose. My 4-year-old self popped back in, and I recall thinking how sad my mother would be if I didn't go back. And as soon as I thought of my mother, I was back in my little body. So that's how I know I'm an angel. And I've had a few other either out of body experiences purposefully through astral travel or deep meditation or quantum hypnosis or near death experiences that have taken me back to the angelic realm. So I've gone back to see my locker or my house or my peeps throughout my life. I'm 47 now. So yeah, that's my story.
Thank you for sharing that. And I think for those, I love it every time I hear it, by the way. And I learn a little different nugget each time. And I think for those listening, and before we get going with readings, can you just explain what a seraphim realm means, like within the
Yeah,
angels realms, and how does that compare to
sure.
others?
I think we tend to think of the angelic realms as like a hierarchy, and it isn't. When we go to the angelic realm, it's like a building. You can go in and see where they're located. So you could go in the elevator and go, oh, I want to go to the cherubim realm, or I want to go to the level of dominions. The level of dominions is where the rules are made, like the golden rule. It's not a hierarchy of one being better than the other. It's just where they're located. It's more energetically like neighborhoods because everything's equal. Every being, every angel, every person, every animal is equal on the other side. So I'm on the Seraphim level, which is where we go as souls after we disincarnate, after we cross over, or before we want to have an incarnation. If we're thinking about, oh, a body would serve us now, I'm going to go to the Pleiadian realm, or I'm going to go to the Earth realm. Then you'd chug up to the Seraphim realm and you'd start to meet either guides with however you identify source, God, start to work with that beautiful energy source and start to hash out that life. That happens in the Seraphim realm. So that happens there. And it's all depending on your belief system. It can be totally energetic, not physical in form at all, or it can have some physicality to it. Both are correct.
I know that when we've talked before, when you talked about that realm, there was feels like energetically there was more of a specific, I'm trying to think of the right word, but you deal with children, let's say, like
Yes,
seraphims happen to deal with, like you were
baby
talking about
children.
dominions, right? So can you just talk about that for a moment?
Yeah, the unborn babies are there. Is that what you're asking
Yeah.
about? Yeah, that's where the unborn babies are. So I remember whenever I go there, even now, when I go into that vibration, there's nurseries there. You can go in the hallways and look, especially to the right, to the left. I can look through. Sometimes it's windows or there's beautiful gardens and it's meadows, gorgeous, even play areas. Then to this side, there are nurseries. And when you see the nurseries, those are the babies that are in womb. And these children are growing in their mama's bellies. But the spirit of babies, that spirit is not in the physical belly for the whole 9 months. That's why we don't, if you've experienced pregnancy, you don't feel the baby kick the whole time because the spirit of the baby's in the seraphim realm, still getting downloads and meeting with their tribe, their set of guides, and talking about what will my work ethic be? What will my humor be like? What's my soul blueprint? What am I mapping out? Knowing that when they're born, free will take over and they're going to map a lot of those things out as they go. But yeah, there's nurseries over there. And then when children, maybe they decide that they will miscarry, or the mother and father decide that there will be an abortion, that's where they go back. There's no harm for that child. They'll go back and there will be whatever their process is. They're in the seraphim realm. Everything is fine. That's where they are. It's beautiful. And there's angels there to take care of them, ancestors. There are representatives from that family's belief system. So we might see Mohammed or the Buddha or Ananda. Buddha's cousin is often there. He'll bring in diapers and he plays a lot. There's just so many ascended masters there that are always playing. It's amazing.
Thank you for, I'm sure for some people who've never heard any of that,
It's a
it's a
lot.
lot to process.
I know.
And hopefully you'll go and think more about it or ask questions, send messages because it's,
And go there in your mind. It will feel like you're making it up, but you're all welcome. You don't need a day pass. You can go there because we are all equal there. So if you, maybe it's when you fall asleep, or maybe if you can create a meditation and just say to, you have personal angels, you have your guardian angels, just say, let's go exploring. When you walk in the seraphim realm, all the seraphims will say, oh, you're back. We remember you. Come on in.
I love that.
And so to your mind, it might feel like, why am I, surely I'm not seeing this and that. Yes, you are. Trust it. Of
Mm.
course you are.
And for today, how do we want to get going with the readings? Do we want to have everybody ground? And then I know
Yeah,
from before.
let me channel an intention from the
Great.
realm. And then as we channel that intention, I wonder if that will help all of us come up what maybe we want to ask the angels or whatever comes up for all of you. And then you can ask what you want to ask. But let's start with an intention for everyone. Does that sound good?
That sounds great.
I'm going to ask all of you to just lightly close your eyes or let your gaze go soft. And then just let go of the breath that you have in your body. Just exhale it. I also want you to connect with your room around you because we're infusing the dimensions here. We are allowing the angelic realm and this earth realm to become one. Because in reality, you've never left the angelic realm. You're still there. This place that you're in is merely a holograph. You create it with your divinity, with your beautiful mind all the time. And they'd like to remind you that you are in control of this. So as you breathe in and out, use this time to bring peace and calm to your physical body. And also give permission to your environment to level up a bit. Energetically, physically, monetarily. You can even move out past your house into your neighborhood, into the town, the city, even past, further out into the universe. You can level up, bring in the angelic realm into this earth space, integrate, bring in the vibration of sparkle, glitter, because in that sparkle and glitter, there is absolute love and goodness, and it belongs to you. You are creating now with Source. And this is happening with your inhale and exhale quite easily. It's your primary gift. It comes as easily as inhaling and exhaling. You are the easy alchemist right now. As you inhale, you create. As you exhale, you bring it back to you. This is a reciprocal gift. You inhale to create. You exhale to receive. Inhale to create. Exhale to bring it back. And we'll do one more. Inhale to create. And exhale to receive. And let's sit in quiet for just a few moments to channel or ask yourself and your guides, what would serve you best today? What question or intention or thought? What would you like to ask your personal angels or any angel from the realm? A question or request? What are you asking today? Think of us, they say, as a search engine. We can be ChatGPT, we can be Google. Ask us anything. And now my voice will go quiet until they bring us back. All right, friends, if you want to take a moment to write anything down, you can do that. And then I'm going to hand it back over to Robin to be our moderator here. And thank you, everyone in the realm, for guiding us. Bring a little energy into your shoulders and your heart and your belly. Here we go.
Okay. Who has a question that they would like to bring to Rachel? Anybody want to start. Lauri. Okay.
Rachel. So when I logged on, I started feeling all kinds of buzz. And I just saw a client for Reiki. And I'm sitting here, and it's almost like I just took a really strong hit of pot. And Lisa might be able to attest to this. But sometimes when I smoke, I get the buzzes all over, and it's not necessarily comfortable, but obviously it passes. But is this, because I've been reading about the astrology and like those of us who are expanding and all the things, there's specific points I know just because of the chakras that I work with too, in the hands, behind the knees, like all the things. So what's happening with me, and can you provide me any information?
I think so. Can I have your permission to feel it
Yeah.
for a moment? I want to integrate. Okay, thanks. So this happens when you've smoked and when you haven't smoked. You're just comparing the two.
This hasn't happened this way all over ever. So I'm just like, I'm finding myself like,
it feels opioid-like too.
yeah, like I'm a little lightheaded. Yeah.
I'll take it. Yes,
Yeah.
please, more.
So it's funny. So 111 and 120 are two numbers too from people over there, relatives of mine. And it was just 120 when I looked, and it was 111 when I looked before. So I know who that is, and I don't know if they have messages for me.
How do you say your name?
Lauri, like Atari.
Lauri. Lauri. What's your dog's name?
This is Sophie.
Sophie.
Yeah.
Sophie's talking to me too. Is Sophie ever around when you're doing the Reiki?
All of the time. She knows exactly when I'm meditating. Yeah, she's Zen dog.
Maybe say to Sophie that when this is happening, just internally, she doesn't have to dampen it.
Okay.
Because when you're going into full, I'm going to say it this way, full spirit, and you're moving out of your physical body and into your crystalline body, Sophie has been told by both your left side angel, who is overseeing your spiritual growth, and your right side angel, who oversees your physical needs, like your money, your tires, etc., which is true for all of us. Sophie has taken on the job, or maybe she was told, that's the part I don't know, but she has the job of protecting you and keeping you in your body while you're in human form. So as long as you're alive, she's keeping you safe in your carcass. Okay. So either say to her out loud, I'm good, babe, or internally, this is what I signed up for. Find some sort of mantra, and it should be the same every time.
Okay.
So I'm noticing that. Okay. And you might even in your mind give her like a pepperoni or something, really like a piece of pizza or a burger or something. I'm trying to speak in code because she's waking up as I say it.
That's okay.
Now back to you. I'm noticing that the cord of our fifth dimension timeline, when you're working with people, and no, wipe it away, erase, rewind. When you're alive, which is now and always, when you're existing, you're mostly in that timeline. And there are times that you flip back into the 3D timeline, but it's mostly when you hear something that upsets you, or you have a bad taste in your mouth, or you bite your tongue or something, you're really reverting to the 3D. You're existing in the 5D, which is why you're feeling the vibrational frequency of the 5D. Your body is trying to make sense of it, which is why it's vibrating. Your physical body is translating itself into the crystalline 5D vibration, which is why you're buzzing like that. The advice from your guides and from the angelic realm is talk to your body and say, let it happen. You're literally translating from fleshy, slow 3D into crystalline, easy breezy. Maybe it's Maybelline. That's not right. I just want to do it. Too easy, like 5D. Okay. That's what that is. And the reason why pot works is because I think when you're smoking pot, it gets you out of your body, and it's earth-based. And I think the pot you're smoking has more of a female persona to it because she's talking to me in a female voice. So maybe you're doing a hybrid or sativa or something. I don't know.
I don't smoke regularly. I just happened to a few days ago. It was sativa, which is
It's
what I
sativa.
prefer, but it still makes me buzz all over. So I don't know.
Stay with sativa. Indica feels more
Yeah.
lazy male to me.
Yeah.
Not male, lazy male. Doesn't pick his socks up. Go with sativa. Let's make a vision board. That's sativa.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the read I get. Do you have any follow-up question about that I can help you with?
No, I'm just laughing because when I was little and there was discord in my family, I would get so upset at the kitchen table, I thought I would throw up. So I'd excuse myself, go to the bathroom and talk to my stomach. It's going to be okay. It's okay. So
No,
they totally gave you that message to tell me in
I
a
know,
new
I'm
way,
there
like
with
I'm
you.
not feeling ill, which I love. I'm feeling like I'm about to fly. And they want me to say, it's okay.
Please don't be creeped out, but I was in the bathroom with you as a little one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I was one of the,
Yeah. All right. Great. Nice to see you. Thank you.
you made it. You made it.
Oh my goodness. I love that. Thank God for mute because I was laughing. That was amazing. And then ahaing. Does anyone else have question would like to get a reading?
All of us are in that fat 5D timeline. If you're on this call, you're more in the 5D and less in the 3D. So it's good we started. I feel the stomach from when you're little. Clean, clear, delete. We're all more in the 5D, and we're witnessing the falling away of the 3D. And all of you, your higher selves, and your beautiful personal guardian angels that are just yours and no one else's, they're giving you hints to let the 3D fall away by those disresonant moments of, like I said, biting your tongue or you smell something foul. Awesome. Let that be part of your reality because it helps you realize, oh, interesting. That's not resonating with me anymore. And it could be something like, maybe you're saying something like, oh, wow, I used to really love that food. Now it gives me a stomach ache. My mouth may still like it, but I can't handle it in my system anymore because that was the 3D timeline. Pay attention to those things.
So
I won't
interesting.
interrupt anymore. Who's next?
Oh no, I think we can all resonate with that. Lisa Solomon.
Hi. Okay. So, Rachel, when you said something about the nursery in the Seraphim realm, it really struck me because I, like many other women, but I personally have had some pregnancy losses. And it was just so wonderful to hear what you said and just want to know if there's anything else you have to share with me about that.
Okay. Yes, your children aren't where they were there for a small amount of time, and now they are, I'm going to use the word integrated into the rest of the realm. They've grown up over there, and your family has raised them. They've grown up well, they say. And we have the best mom. Tell her we have the best mom. And that when you cross over, there will be a celebration so that even though they've grown up, you will have the part of the celebration is that they get to be handed to you like babies. You'll have that moment. And it's not just a moment, it'll be as long a season, as long as you want to have them as babies. And since there's no concept of time over there, you'll get to write with them and the angels how long it feels right for them to be babies and toddlers. And even though they've grown up, you'll get to experience that with them. And they are showing me, as a small family, that they don't hold anything about any ill feelings or anything. They're saying this was their plan, that they could better be your guides from over there. And there's a little girl there who had spina bifida. And she said that she would have had to ask you to have surgery during your pregnancy.
Wow.
And it would have changed your life drastically.
Yeah.
You would have ended up being physically healthy, but it would have changed your mental state for a long time. And you would have been chasing things like an insurance money for a very long time. So she opted to stay.
Wow. Okay. Yesterday I was walking with my daughter who's 30, and I was just sharing a lot of this history with her. And I was telling her that my OB had said that a lot of the miscarriages are nature's way of correcting some of its mistakes. So to be on here today and have you tell me that is just such an incredible synergy. And
Yes.
so,
It's almost like she
wow.
was preparing you to know that or affirm that in some way.
Yeah.
And
And I
that
worked with a
daughter,
lot. Oh, go ahead.
she's one of the children that she's not there in the Seraphim realm anymore as a baby, but she's there. I want to call her a caseworker. She's a caseworker. So when there are mothers and fathers who are grieving in varied ways, that they're feeling guilt about did I do something to lose this baby? I should have moved that heavy table, or I shouldn't have aborted my baby. I could have kept my baby. And they're going through different guilt processes. Your daughter is one who works with those families, and she does it in a way that when those families are feeling that guilt and it leaks over into the angelic realm, and she can sense that, sometimes our spirits will leave our bodies and go over to heaven, and we're perfectly alive. But we can have dual citizenship because we're grieving so much. There's a fractal of us that will cross over for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. She'll say to them, you don't need to judge yourself. You did the best you could. And she'll even say things to them about abortion that will be, we don't have the same rules here. There's no punishment for you here. Take care of yourself. She's very good at what she does. Very good.
Wow. And having worked with kids with spina bifida at the local children's hospital, I understand what you mean
Wow,
about
you
how it
do?
changes the parents' life. I did it as a volunteer a couple times a week for a couple of years.
I'm going to ask her something. Let's watch how this plays
Okay.
out. Her name is Angela.
Oh, okay.
Angela. That's neat. Angela, have you learned from your mother? Yes, she watches you.
Wow. Thank you.
You're welcome. I hope that helps.
Very much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow. Wow. This never ceases to amaze me. Lisa Capretto. Hold on.
I'm just always curious about past lives. I would love to know.
Okay. Lisa, what's the subject that we're looking for? Anything in particular? Because that's a big database.
I know. Is there one that I need to hear about maybe right now in particular? I don't.
All right, that's a fair question. Let's see what they bring us. There's one they're showing me where your right foot was turned in, and you were born that way. And the whole time it looks like a club foot. And you had two sisters, and their feet were fine. So what they would do is they would wrap your foot in silk. Your family was well-to-do, and they didn't want to hire, let's see the time period. It's medieval times, and your gown was long. So this was hidden while you were a child. And instead of getting I don't even know if they could correct it, honestly. But I can see you were wearing amulets as a baby to try to correct this. And I can see some witchcraft that your mother was calling in. A witch was there, moved into the family castle to try to correct this because they thought you came in with a curse. You didn't. And then the sisters were taking silks from their braids and their hems, and they were always binding your foot to try to correct it. And they were dancers. They knew how to do all of the ballroom dances, or the traditional dances, I'll say that. Then when it came time for you to be married, no one would marry you for fear that your daughter would have a curse. When I bring this to present day, oh, and there's another layer there. Your father in that lifetime was really mad at the mother and your sisters because he says that you were perfect. There was no curse with you. You were a child of God and nothing was ever wrong with you. And he would kiss your foot. And he's your father now as well. And when we bring this to current day, what's happening, and he's your husband, he's not your father now, he's your husband now, the same soul as your husband now.
I'm gonna say that makes a little more sense.
Yeah, he's in your soulmate group. He was your father then, and he wasn't around very often in that lifetime. He was away at war a lot. He was always taking care of the people who rented the land. But when he was around, he would shut everyone up, kiss your foot and say, leave her alone. She's fine. Now he's your husband. So why this is important now is because it taught you to see people without judgment and to have a soft spot for people who have come in with a difference, physical difference or a spiritual difference, and to see it as an opportunity and to see it without judgment. And you chose that foot anomaly in your blueprint in that lifetime because it was going to give you an opportunity to get closer to that soul who's now your husband, and to also teach the other people in your family non-judgment. And by the end of that life, condensed time for me, angels, you were married. You had someone that would pick you up and take you over here because you had foot pain, pick you up. And your mother would say, oh, I wish I had that. Worked out for you. But that's the lifetime they bring up. And the witch that they hired in, she trained you. She trained you on how to make the potions, how to talk to spirit. She really stepped in as a grandmother figure. And she's probably, she wasn't in your soulmate group. So where she is now, she'll be a colleague. She'll be a client or a colleague. You've probably, let's see if you've met her yet. She has an H at the end of her name. You've met her already. She's a client. She's a client that will really annoy you. But every time you meet with her, about 10 minutes in, you'll get this flush of, okay, I do like her. Okay.
Wow. Okay. That's very cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow. Knowing Lisa's husband and that just
He's a gem.
makes a lot of sense.
Good. You've known him for a long time.
Wow. Natasha, I know you had raised your hand.
Ooh, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. Rachel, I'm so happy to meet you. So thanks for being here today. So it's funny, I don't have a specific question, so I was almost hesitant to raise my hand, except I know I'm supposed to be here today. Like I'm getting kids ready to go to college, but something kept telling me, check the app, go. So I'm here. So I'd love to know just what are my guides or who's trying to tell me something and what is it? I know that's very vague.
That's okay. Do you talk to your angels very often?
I do, although as of late, I feel like I've been a little disconnected. I think
That's actually what they want to talk to you about. When you go to sleep at night, they're saying that's the sweet spot for you to communicate with them. For you, it is right when you're going to sleep. They're saying if you can have a few words with them to set the intention for your sleep travel. Because when you sleep, you go all these amazing places with them. And the intention that they would like you to set is, help me remember. Let's have more fun. Because they're saying when you sleep, they're trying to take you to more fun places. You're going to more of an educational place and more of a service-oriented travel. And they're saying that's happening because you enjoy work, you enjoy service, that's fun to you. And they're saying that's all well and good, but you enjoy it so much you don't know where the off switch is. And they really want to take the reins and show you what they think is fun. So the intention is, let's just have fun. And they're actually playing Cyndi Lauper, Girls Just Want to Have Fun. They're blaring it behind me. That's the intention. And then the second request would be, help me remember. And that comes at probably the morning. So set all the intention at night. But then when you wake up in the morning, the first thing you remember, try to write it down, even if just a word or two. Because you're such a high level mom and wife and all the other, whatever other roles you have, you're clicking right into them within a few seconds of waking up. And that's what they wanted to relay to you today.
That makes a lot of sense actually lately, because my dreams have been all over and I've been feeling confused and just uncomfortable in my skin. So that really helps me.
Yeah, your dreams look like you're standing in front of a mini mall, and you're going into so many places and then coming out and then waking up. It has that energy. And they'd really just like to take you to a meadow, just hang out and have a picnic. It should be easy like that. That's what they want to get you to. Because every time you go into one of those stores in the mini mall, you're helping somebody. You're having a conversation, you're advising them. And according to them, you really enjoy that because you're good at it. And people are giving you hugs, thank you, it's nice. And you seem to know all those people too. And that won't go away. You'll still have time to do that every night, but they just are wanting you to do less and focus more on you. This will also help you in your wake time because you're rewriting how you spend your time. This is a new season for you. So it starts with the intention at night. Help me play, help me remember in the morning where I was. And then you write down when you wake up anything you can remember, even if it's a word or a phrase, and that'll help redesign your brain to remember where you went, what you did when you were dreaming. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much. That means a lot.
Okay, and now we have lots of Lisas here today. So we're going to go with Lisa Tahir.
Thank you for being here, Rachel. And when you
Hi,
first,
Lisa.
when you first were doing the grounding and centering meditation, the first thought that came up was to ask in general, what would my angels like me to know? And then it got more specific and I had a lot of emotion come up. And it centers around, I have a really great relationship with my dad and he's 84. And I keep having these kind of intrusive thoughts about wondering about him passing away and feeling a lot of like fear around that. He's in good health, of sound mind, yet he climbed Mount Fuji in Japan a month ago and it really took a lot out of him. When I speak to him, his energy's lower, and I know the angels don't want me to be afraid of his transition in the future. I guess I'd like to feel some more peace and just curiosity about that because it's feeling really fearful to me right now.
And so do you feel you're asking the angels about his passing?
I think in part, and also if there's, I don't know if the word is for me to be prepared or for me to be in a more allowing place around this, because I've been having dreams and just feeling really out of sorts around this event that may not happen for years. And I guess I'd like to be more in alignment with this process and feel less, I guess, as disrupted as I've been.
Your angels want me to ask you a question. Are you ready?
Yes.
They want me to ask you, what do you think your role is for your dad at this time in his life?
I feel like my role has been, we have good conversations about life, about just even the future. I don't know, our relationship being in a good place. I feel like I'm walking him home, and I think that's upsetting for me. At the same time, it's comforting to me. So a little both.
When you say that it's upsetting and you sit in that feeling, is there any regret in that emotion?
I don't think there's regret. I guess just not knowing how I'll be when he transitions and feeling like I'll feel lost without him here. And that feels scary to me.
Here's what they're saying through me. They're saying that you and your dad have been so close that when they show me the map, the contract with you and your dad did such a good job of keeping the daughter and dad contract sacred. So he wasn't the dad that bought you beer in the basement when you were little. He stayed your dad, and he kept that sacred, and you did too. So that when you got to be at a certain age, you became friends. And when you became friends, you started to guide each other through life. You're still his guide. And because you maintained that father-daughter, then you changed the contract to friends. Still, you're still father-daughter, but you became friends. There's no regret in there because you enjoyed each other and you stayed candid and honest with each other. You're still guiding him, and he is still guiding you. That might be the missing piece. You're
Okay.
not allowing him to guide you.
Okay.
Ask him to guide you through this. It's feeling, they're saying, a bit one-sided. Pull him in for you.
Okay.
You're not to be guiding him totally. He's supposed to be guiding you. Ask him more questions. Dad, how can I get through this with you? How can we get through this together? Because that's the way you've always done it together.
Okay.
Also, even though, Rachel speaking here, I have denied my gift to know when people are passing. So I don't know when dad is passing. And I don't think that's what you're asking me anyway. He's very healthy.
Okay. Yeah.
And so it's something that he chose, and it's something that you chose for your physical body too. So apparently you've got some time to enjoy.
Okay.
So talk to each other about what you want this season to look like. Map it out like you've mapped out the other seasons, but know that you are collaborating. You and your dad have a collaboration contract. You're not his caregiver. He's not your caregiver anymore. It's collaborative. And right now, according to your angels, you're trying to shift it into being the parent, and you're not supposed to do that. Take that
Okay.
off.
That's
Take that
helpful.
sweater off, babe. You don't need it. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. We have two more people who would have questions. So Susan, I'm going to bring her up. There she is.
Hi.
Hi.
So I'm at a transition point, both in I recently ended a relationship of 3.5 years. It's been really hard. I miss him, but it's the right thing for now, at least. And then also with my career, I'm struggling a little like with, I'm not working at the moment, like job wise. So do I put my resume out just trying to go to another job like I've done before, or do I continue trying to build what I believe I should be building on my own? So it's
What
like
is your career
in the past or currently?
currently?
Yeah, so I'm really like, I love nature, and I feel compelled to, I've been doing a lot of comedy writing, but I feel like that's been something that's opened me up to what I should be doing, and that I should be writing about nature and bringing people together around nature, and also supporting communing with nature and with each other, bringing people back to themselves and in community with nature. I feel strongly about that.
So Susan, when I pull everybody in for you, something that really resonates strongly is that you're not supposed to be doing this by yourself. And you're supposed to be working with people who hear your ideas and riff off of them. But they don't take your ideas and say, oh, that was mine. Those people are all gone. So this is more of a Knights of the Round Table feeling. And you are very much like the Seraphim realm and the angelic realm. People are equal. And they're equal because they feel safe, and you feel safe with these people. So I hope this doesn't feel too general, but they're saying you are building your own. So this could likely be your company, but as you build your company, the people you bring in with you, they are at your level, and there's an understanding that they've already done their work. So you'll have a few interns or mentees, but they're there to learn from you, but they're not exactly building the business. You're working with people who are at your level to make this company flow. There's a small pocket of people that at some point, and I don't think it's right away, you'll pull in and they're learning from you, but those people aren't helping to build the business. They're coming in later. You're not building this business with interns holding up the house. I'm seeing 4 or 5 people at your level that you're working, again, like Knights of the Round Table, but you're the one who's constructing it. You're at the head of the table. Do you want to poke at that and ask any questions? Because I don't know what all the details are, but I can access them for you.
Yeah, I would love any details that they can share that
Okay,
can help
ask the
guide me now.
questions. Yeah.
What should I be doing now to help move this forward?
Okay, I'm seeing the writing.
Okay.
It's the comedy writing. And I'm watching you pull in somebody that you've known a long time. It's a man. It's a man and 2 women. You've known the man for a really long time. It's not the dude you were married to, that's for sure. But it's somebody you've known parallel to that. There's no physical attraction to him whatsoever. It's very benign. He almost reminds me of Randy Newman, that singer. You got a friend in me, that guy. And you are writing, I don't know if it's situational comedy. It's witty, it's dry humor. And it seems to be for television. And they keep showing me an apple. And I don't know if that's like Apple Peacock or what, but it's for stuff they keep at. So it's done and they say, okay, what's next week? What's next week? And then could you get us those edits? And then when there's a correction from the team, they run it by you.
Okay.
And you're writing, the woods come in because you're writing from there. That's how you integrate those two. It's your safe place to write. It's your spiritual place to go and just be calm. It's your retreat area. That's your place.
Okay.
That's what I see right now.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oops, I was on mute. Okay, now I'm going to bring in Ugochi.
Hi.
Oh, how are you?
Girl, you're a Nephilim. Look it
I don't know
up.
what that means.
Look it up.
How do you spell that?
That's your star family.
I'll look into that after this call.
Nephilim. That's your star family.
That's exciting.
A little bit.
The question, I have a very specific question. So for several years, I would hear sounds and voices right as I'm drifting off to sleep. And I would just barely catch it and then wake up and be like, oh, what was that? A few years ago, I lost like high pitched hearing in my right ear. And that also coincided with I stopped hearing those like voices and sound as I went to bed. Slowly, it's come back a little bit, not the hearing, but hearing the voices. So I'm just wondering, what is there a connection between those and what that means?
So you're part of your ancestry, not Earth ancestry, but star ancestry. When you were first created from the star stuff, so when you first had spark of life, Source created you, and your first bit of life happened on a planet that is the Nephilim planet. It's an angelic planet like me, from the angelic race. And then at one point, you were asked to look over humans. You were asked to watch over the humans. This is in the Bible. Before, have you heard of the book of Enoch? You heard of that before? Okay, so it's not talked about very much, but here's where it falls in. Around the book of Noah, around the story of Noah, there were a bunch of angels that were supposed to look over humans, and they fell in love with humans. And they created a breed of half angels, half humans. And the Nephilim were born. And they're tall and beautiful and angelic, and they're star seeds. And their ancestors are still on Earth to help bring the Great Awakening. You are one of them. And their ancestors, who are still in the angelic realm, who are part angelic, part star seed, part human, 1, 2, 3, are starting to talk to their grandchildren in ways that you can hear. It's no longer just a feeling or a nudge or a breeze, it's actual language. The weird thing is sometimes you can hear it as a word, and sometimes it's or it sounds like a word, but you can't make it out what it is. That's them. And it feels like it comes and goes because it depends on the earth frequency. Sometimes the earth is opened up in a way that you can hear them, and sometimes it's not. That's not you, dear. That's the earth. So what you can do is you can change your frequency. Try to get your frequency to a place of, I'm going to say, love. So you can eat brightly colored foods, strawberries, blueberries, greens. As you eat, listen to music that really lights you up. If you can get your frequency really high and then just say, sit with me, or Grandma Nephilim, sit on my lap, put your arms around me, and then ask them to talk around you or talk to you. Okay, but you're a Nephilim. So the more you look that up, the more you know, the more they can communicate with you. So girl, you're built different.
Also, fun fact, and like when you were, I'm trying to see or the several Lisas, Lisa Solomon, when you mentioned Angela, as my middle name is Angela. So I first heard that, I'm like, I never hear the name Angela, but now you're saying angels and Angela. So cool.
Yeah, you're a Nephilim. When you first got on the screen, I could see them all standing behind you. And they were saying, tell her, please, tell her she needs to know. They were all behind you. Freaked me out for a second. Caught my breath. I don't know if you saw me freak out for a second, but I was like, oh, you're a Nephilim. Yeah. It's beautiful.
I don't know if you saw her in the tiny window, but sometimes she'll like stare into space. And I know it's not a bug because she gets hunter mode when she sees a bug or something.
Yeah.
But she'll stare in like randomly, and then she'll like slow blink, which it's a cat's way of saying I love you or I trust you. So I'm like, okay, there must be spirits or something around my place.
Yeah, my kitties do it too. Yeah, it's your ancestors.
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I mean, I don't even know what to say because
I don't know if I do either. I've never talked to a Nephilim before.
I feel like Rachel just saw a ghost or like the biggest celebrity ever. I don't know.
I did.
Oh, I love that. I love today, even if you didn't get read, I know personally I like so much, I learned so much and I have so much to look into. So Rachel, thank you. And thank you all for just being here
My
and being a
pleasure.
part of this. Rachel, it's unbelievable. What is the best way for people to work with you?
You can go to my website, which is rachelcorpus.com. And also I have a podcast called Angel Talk, and it's on mindbodyspirit.fm or wherever you get your podcasts. So lots of good episodes there. Yeah, it was my pleasure.
And Rachel's part of the community, so you can always reach out to her within there as well if you want to send her a message. And
Yeah, anytime.
Thank you all so much. I hope you have a good rest of the day and the week.
you.
And we'll see you next
Yeah.
week with Lisa Tahir.
Bye.
Hi, everyone.
Thank